What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm doing a foxy eye tutorial, which as you can see right now, this is how it came out. So if you guys want to see how I did this look, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, so we're going to start off with priming our eyelids with the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Light Beige. As you guys can tell, I really love this concealer. I also love my P. Louise, but I feel like that's usually for when I do bold eyeshadows. So I'm gonna just put a dab of this on my lid. I'm gonna go in with my finger and blend that out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use my Maybelline Fit Me Powder Matte and Poreless Translucent. I'm gonna go ahead and set my eyelid with it. So I want this to be nice and matte. I also did do my eyebrows off camera. I used the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. Great stuff, by the way. So for this foxy eye look, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. New Classics palette. This is a neutral palette, and I feel like this has amazing colors to be able to do that foxy eye, and it's cheap. It's very inexpensive, and I highly recommend this palette. So this is it. For this foxy eye, I'm going to use Truffle. And I am gonna go ahead and grab that on a Morphe x Jaclyn Hill brush DH40. Grab a good amount of that shade, tap off the excess, and kind of just draw how I want my wing to be. Just like that. And then obviously I'm gonna go ahead and start making that winged effect. So all you want to do is just pull out just like that and make it as smoky as possible. This can be as messy as possible. We can go in with our makeup wipe and clean it up and just make that sharp wing. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take Earth. And with a similar brush, I'm taking the M507, taking that on the point of that brush, tapping out the excess and going in on my lash line. And pulling that shade out as well. Dipping back in on Earth. I like these brushes just because it has that point and it just makes it easier to do this. I'm gonna go back in with Truffle again with that same JH brush. Diffuse this again. You don't want just a harsh line. Now I'm going to dip back into Earth again, just a little bit. And now what I did was grab my makeup wipe, and with the tip of my finger, like the nail part, I'm just going to go in and make that wing shape. See, just like that. You just want to clean out the excess just like that. And you have that wing. You have that wing effect. Go back in with truffle. I'm gonna blend this line as much as possible. I'm gonna go ahead and take Muse, which is this shade right here, with a J5 e.l.f. times J Kissa collab. This is like a winged liner brush. Grabbing just like the tip of it. And we're just gonna make this part a little darker. Like that. And then I'm gonna grab a little bit of black with the smudger brush. This is also J6 e.l.f. times J Kissa. I'm taking Noir, which is this one right here. And I'm gonna line that across my lash line. Don't worry, I know this looks a little crazy, but it all shall look much better once we blend. So I'm taking 330 Morphe brush, and I'm just gonna use this brush to blend out these lines right here. It's a clean brush, it has no excess product on it. This is just for specifically cleaning this up. So I don't want it too harsh. Also, if you want, you can go ahead and take a little bit of Darling and soften up this shadow we have. Don't worry if you get a little too messy, it happens. Just make sure you blend these edges out. Now we have like that beautiful gradient, and if you feel like you still need a blend, go ahead and keep blending. Like I feel like right here, it just needs to be blended a little bit more. You see how beautiful that is? Creating that nice foxy look. Like smoked out foxy look. Now if you want to go ahead and clean up some more, you can. I'm using my Neutrogena makeup wipe and just cleaning up where I need to. Like that. I'm using the Haus Labs eyeliner in the shade Punk. And I'm just gonna line my upper waterline and my lower waterline. Now I'm gonna go ahead and curl my eyelashes. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Maybelline, the Falsies Push-Up Angel, because we are gonna put on falsies, and I don't want my lashes to be too crazy. My natural ones at least. And for lashes, I am taking the Haus Labs Iconic Lights. And as you can tell, I did cut off a portion of them just because for this look, I feel like I need it to be a little bit shorter to make that emphasis on that cat eye, and use this pair, and then I will cut off, like I cut off maybe around this much. 1, 2, 3 little layers of this, and I created this. I'm gonna put on some glue and apply my eyelashes. See how it just adds that cat eye effect? And what I did is just push up my lashes just to make them pop a little bit. And if you feel like you need to add a bit more black, you can. So right now I'm taking the same brush, the J6, picking up Noir, and adding a bit of black right here, just to define it. Ta-da! You see what that black did too when we just defined it a little bit? Now you just have that like cat eye effect. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye, and I'll be right back to show you what I did for my face. Alright guys, so I did just prime my face with the e.l.f. Oil Control Primer Mist. It's this right here. And then I did go in with my Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer as well, like before the video. Just to get everything like all set and done. Since it was like a spray, I didn't want to mess up my eyeshadow. So now let's go ahead and start with our base. I am taking the Makeup Forever Reboot Foundation in the shade 244. I'm gonna go ahead and shake that up. 3 pumps in the back of my hand. And I'm taking it on a Sephora Pro Court Diffuser brush. Just because I like the finish of this foundation more with the brush than a beauty blender, because I feel like a beauty blender does suck up a lot of foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and circular motions and try to buff this sucker in. And I do want more coverage because, as you can see, like my skin's been very disrespectful lately. I have a lot of friends on my face that I don't need. Go ahead and put some more in the back of my hands. See, if I would have done this with a beauty blender, it would have like sucked up all the foundation. It wouldn't have covered up my little friends right there. Alright, so for concealer, I'm taking my Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Light Beige. I honestly love this stuff. I feel like it's so good. I do like that to settle a little bit. I don't want to go in and blend it right away because I want it to be full coverage, you know? 1 second, please. I need to drink my coffee. Good coffee. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, blend out my concealer. Try to be careful around my eyebrows. That's why I like doing my eyebrows last, but I feel like they needed to be done. Try to be as careful as you can go around our eye area. And just with the butt of the beauty blender, I'm just gonna go ahead and press everything else in my skin. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Translucent Powder. This is the pressed version, and just go in and set my under eyes and my forehead. So I really wanted to try out this Huda Beauty Tantor Contour and Bronzer Cream, and this is in the shade Fair. I'm gonna go ahead and take that on my e.l.f. Airbrush Blender. Grab a little bit. Like that, probably tap off excess and then go on my cheeks. So you notice I'm not like buffing, I'm more tapping it on just because I don't want to move around my foundation. I literally only had to use a little bit. I feel like this goes a long way. You guys have to be careful with it. And don't forget your neck. Now to set the bronzer, I'm taking my Marc Jacobs Tantric Omega bronzer. And I am using that on a Sigma large angled contour brush, E40. Now I'm gonna go in with my Patrick Ta blush in the shade She's Sincere. Place that over my cheekbones. I'm gonna go ahead and spray my Milani Make It Last setting spray. I love spraying that before my highlight just because it makes my highlight pop a little bit more. I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Wow Brow Fiber Gel and set my eyebrows while my face dries off. For highlight, I'm gonna go ahead and take my Hello Halo blush lighter, and I'm just gonna take the lightest shade and place that on my cheekbones. So we definitely can't leave the lower lash line bare. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Truffle from the e.l.f. New Classics palette. And I'm taking that on a M507 Morphe brush. For my lower lash mascara, I'm gonna use the same one I used for my top lashes, which is the Maybelline Falsies Push Up Angel. I just love this mascara because it just grabs all my tiny lashes. Especially on my lower lashes, I love it the most. For lips, I'm gonna go ahead and do a nude, of course. I'm taking the KKW Lip Liner Nude 0.5. And then for lipstick, I'm taking the KKW Nude 1. And I'm just placing this in the center. I'm just blending it out with my finger. And we're not done yet. I'm taking my Huda Beauty Silk Balm. This is in the shade Blush. It's a Hydro Plumping Lip Balm. Alright guys, and this is the final look. And I will do a close-up so you guys can see how the eyes came out. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and please make sure to like this video, comment below, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!